guilt, it can be embarrassment. You may enjoy that feeling. What's it like? Some people might feel like they're being judged. Or maybe they're being accused, being told they did something.
Well, if you have a serious conscience, it won't bother you.
Maybe if you get pointed at long enough, you don't care anymore. I would like to think that doesn't include any of you here. Because otherwise, why would you bother coming, right? Maybe you get angry. Who are you to point the finger at me? Or maybe you feel ashamed. Yeah, I know I screwed up. Again, it's all I ever do. What's the point in even trying? Or maybe you're just livid. I hate this! Everything goes wrong! I love the picture of the guy in the car. I don't know about you, but I've done that more than once. I was looking through there and I said, I gotta put that one in. But as Horace pointed out, there might be more than one way to look at this. Sometimes we get the finger pointed at us. It's like there's two motivations. One is judgment, condemnation. The purpose is to point out you're wrong, and I'm going to put you in your place. I'm going to punish you. I'm going to condemn you. I'm going to get you out of my life. And maybe, if they're really mean or cruel, I'm going to enjoy torturing you for what you did wrong. But then, there's another way that we can get the finger pointed at us. Maybe when we're trying to be trained, when somebody's trying to correct us, we get the finger pointed at us. Think about a coach. Don't they have to point out errors? Things we do wrong? But what about a mother or a father helping their child with homework? It's always great to say, you did a good job, Johnny. Awesome, Shirley. But can you really say that when you know they got it wrong? Would it be helpful to them? What if your kid came home and said, look, Mommy, look, I can add 2 + 2 = 5. Yay! Don't you have to point out the problem for your kid to be successful? So we get pointed at. Sometimes we're on good. It's a little bit like the difference between an enemy and an angry judge on one side, and their goal is nothing more than to destroy you, to put you away, to punish you, to see to it that you suffer for what you did wrong, or maybe they just want you to suffer because they hate you. On the other side, you have a drill sergeant, one of the best drill sergeants in the military. Do they yell at you? Of course they do. Are they hard on you? Absolutely. Do they point the finger at you? All the time. But what's his purpose? He wants you to come back from Iraq alive instead of a body bag. What about a professor? Let's say at Yale or Stanford or some big university, and you're coming up on a final exam. You spent 4 years of your life in college. You spent, I don't know what it costs now at Yale or Stanford, but probably upwards of $50,000 in debt. And you want to get that college degree, but you got one final exam to pass. Is he going to be hard on you? Is he going to push you to the limit? Of course he is. But he wants the same thing you want, to pass that test, to earn your degree. Same thing with a coach. Especially if he's a winning coach. If he's a coach that's won 2 or 3 Super Bowls, he's going to let you slide by, just kind of moseying around. Well, yeah, I want to go out to practice today. Oh, yeah, I think that was enough. Sit back and watch the other guys work for a while. Heck no! Not a chance! He wants you at your top performance. He's going to push you. He's going to point his finger at you over and over again until you get up and you run. And you're ready to win. How we experience God pointing his finger at us. When we get that little prick of conscience, when there's something inside of us that lets us know God's pointing something out at us. something not quite right here. How we see it, how we experience it, is determined by at least three factors. How we see God, especially how we see His motivation and His character towards us. How we see ourselves, and then whether or not we have truly surrendered ourselves to God and His plan. You see, we kind of have at least two ways to see God. Some of us, at least at times, see God as being more like a slave owner. We're His little pawns. He gets to tell us what to do, command us to go here, go there, do this, do that. And His only concern is getting done what He wants done, and we're fine and dandy as long as we're doing what we're supposed to. But when we get tired and we fall over dead, it's okay. We can just sweep us under the carpet. We'll move on to somebody else and get someone else to do it. Or maybe we have this view of God that He's looking for any excuse to send us to hell. Did you screw up? Did you lie? I think you did. I'm getting the whip ready. Ha ha! Gotcha! Another synonym. Sometimes we feel like it. Sometimes other Christians act like it. And we think God is really out to get us. But then there's another concept of God. What if you were a loving God? A God who is guiding us. A God who is forgiving. He'd still be pointing His finger. Because like a mother who wants her child to pass the math test, or a coach who wants his team to win the Super Bowl has got to point out things that are wrong. It would mean a whole different thing.